Good morning. Look at this glorious morning. Why ask for anything more? I follow where my heart leads. I walk through this open door. I've always been a seeker, felt I was alone. Now in this room full of smiling faces, I know I found my home. This is where joy lives, this is where love is, this is a place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. Here in this place I'm accepted. I'm welcome just as I am. I'm ready to be inspired, to reach out a helping hand. This is a new beginning. I trust in the mystery. Now that my heart is open, there's no place I'd rather be. This is where joy lives, this is where love is, this is a place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. This is where joy lives, this is where love is, this is a place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. I am right where I belong. I am right where I belong.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Thank you, Brent and Patty, and welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. It's so good to see each and every one of you, and of course we welcome our friends who are viewing either on Facebook or YouTube. We're glad that you're here and part of this community. This is where joy lives. This is where love is. Do you believe that?
Yes.
I do too. But you know what? It's wherever you are. That's where joy is. That's where love lives. Let's begin our service with an opening prayer so that we can really understand that all of that is within us. Taking a moment, centering ourselves, becoming present to this moment, this now moment. Within each and every heart here, joy is, love is. So we release any blocks to this joy, to this love, to the truth of our being. And we know that we are connected in one spirit, with one spirit, to one spirit. We give thanks for this opportunity to come together, to be reminded who we are, one with the one source, one with love. And so it is. Amen. And now if you'll join me in our mission statement together. Unity of Hagerstown, a welcoming community, embraces spiritual awakening through affirmative prayer and meditation, creating a positive path of abundant living for all. And now we have the reading of the Daily Word with Sharon Bender. And as Sharon comes up, in case you don't know what the Daily Word is, it's a daily inspirational reading that you can get either in hard copy or in your inbox via email.
Good morning, everybody. The word for today is joy, what we've been talking about here. God's joy blesses each day of my life. The aroma of my favorite foods from childhood brings a happy memory in mind. Hearing the voice of a dear one warms my heart. Looking upon a newborn's face for the first time evokes a feeling words can't even express. While the giddy excitement of a child's joy may now be a memory, the joy I know today still delights me. Each day I remember more completely the joy of knowing I am a living expression of God. God's life lives as me. God's wisdom is within me, my guide to a deepening understanding of myself and the world around me. The love I share with people who are dear to me is God's love, living in each heart and expressing as each of us. What greater joy could there be? And the scripture from Thessalonians 5:16. Rejoice always. And now let's read the statement on the board. God's joy blesses each day of my life. Take a breath and take it inward. Again. God's joy blesses each day of my life.
Thank you, Sharon. And now we have another song with Brent and Patty.
God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of the day. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we go, God is. Let everybody know that God is, and all is well. Now I am wise, now I am true, patient, kind, and loving too. All I am and think and do, through Christ the truth that lives in me. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we go, God is. Let everybody know that God is, and all is well. Whenever we give, God is. Whenever we love, God is. There's always gonna be enough, 'cause God is, and all is well. God is my health, I can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing quick. God is my all, I know no fear, 'cause God's love and truth is here. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we go, God is. Let everybody know that God is, and all is well. Whenever we give, God is. Whenever we love, God is. There's always gonna be enough, 'cause God is, and all is well. All is well. All is well, 'cause God is.
Yes. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So we have an opportunity to greet our neighbor And again, just as a gentle reminder, not everybody's a hugger, so please check before you go in and with that bear hug. And if you're not a hugger, just hold your hand out or just say hi. You know, we're okay. We can handle it. And again, this is not a time to share your life story. Although it's tempting to do so. So let's go ahead and greet our neighbors with a handshake, howdy, hello. And at this time, I'd also like to greet those who are watching us on Facebook. And if you are comfortable doing so, please put down a comment so we can see who you are. And I guarantee you I will comment back when I get home, which is usually in the afternoon sometime. But we would love to hear from you, love to see how you are doing. So if you can hear my voice, please be seated. If you can hear my voice, please be seated. If you can hear my voice, please be seated. So if you can hear my voice, please be seated. If you can hear my voice, one of these days I'm going to count how many times it takes. This side of the room is great. You get gold stars. If you can hear my voice, please be seated. You all get gold stars, that's true. Yeah. So we began September, the last time I was with you, looking at prosperity and the whole idea of being connected to that source within us. And we looked at the idea of abundance or prosperity being more than money, because it's really a sense of well-being that you are taken care of, that the universe loves and supports you. Some of us, that's not easy to really grasp, because it may seem like life conditions, would show us differently. But this is the truth of our spiritual nature. It may not be the reality that we're living right now, but it's the truth that as a spiritual being, we are loved and supported. We talked about living in the flow of life, living as a giver, giving freely of our time, our talent, our treasure. And I would like to invite you to consider, if you're a consistent giver here at Unity, to step away if you have any fears around giving, and invite a greater awareness of spirit by giving a little bit more. That sounds maybe contrary, but it's true. Giving beyond your comfort zone. So today we're going to talk about prosperity in terms of our vision that we hold for our life, because we know that we're not going to rise higher than the vision that we have for our personal life. We don't have to wait for the kingdom of heaven to come, right? Because it's here already. We just have to wake up to this. We know that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So again, we're talking about prosperity and abundance in every area of our life. And we're going to be looking at our personal vision of what our life could be, how we could be in this life, expanding the concept of who we are, and what abundance means to us today, how we want to move in this world. I believe that Spirit is always inviting us to grow, to expand our ideas, our awareness. David Owen Ritz tells us growth and evolution are part of the divine plan. Since the beginning of time, Spirit has been unfolding itself into greater and greater expression. And since the beginning of your life, I believe that Spirit has been unfolding itself into greater and greater expression of you, the reality of you. So we may get this kind of divine nudge, if you will, to grow, to be more. It may come as like a divine discontent. Spirit invites us into greater expression, to be more free, to be more creative, to be more loving. more awake, more aware, more conscious, both personally and collectively. So when we take up that challenge of that nudge and we decide to follow it, that's when we really begin to feel vibrantly alive. If we dare to step outside of our comfort zone, do something that we've never done before, but our heart is saying yes, we can feel a great deal of satisfaction in just taking that step. Now, I've never been skydiving. But I have a friend who went, and they described in vivid detail the experience and how when the plane goes up, you're telling yourself, this is crazy. And your rational side is trying to talk you out of it. And by the time you're ready to tell the instructor, I've changed my mind, I'm not going to do this, the instructor is already telling you, just fall out of the plane. Don't jump. And right. So your mind is still telling you no, but you do it anyway. And after your mind figures out that there's no going back once you fall out, there's a certain amount of acceptance that comes and a rush of life as you feel yourself flying. I believe this is similar to following our heart's desire. Maybe not at first. Maybe at first we feel a little afraid. You know, what if I fail? What if I can't do this? But when we take that first step, we begin to realize a soul satisfaction. That divine urge that's within us is not just to have more stuff. Although I think often we try to fill our lives, fill the void up with material goods. But that divine urge is to be more. Our response to Spirit's urging is entirely up to us. We can refuse to respond. We can ignore it completely. But if we do, we may feel like we're just going through the motions in life. We turn into kind of like a zombie, a life of quiet discontent. Or we can abandon ourselves, fall into the flow. Dennis Merritt Jones tells us the principle of abundance awaits those who are willing to come to the edge of their own perceived boundaries and courageously venture beyond them. Those who do so are the visionaries, explorers, and risk takers who believe that beyond the horizon and safety of the known lie endless opportunities wherein anything is possible. Anything. So there's this urge throughout all creation to grow and expand. And it filters through you as well. And you have the power to respond how that expansion looks in your life. So in other words, Spirit within provides that nudge, but we provide the details of how it's going to filter through us by the vision that we hold. God provides the means and the motivation for our growth. But we decide which path we're going down, basically. We fill in the colors. We're always creating our life. Our thoughts are creating our life's experience. So we might as well create a happy one, right? The details are up to us. What our life looks like is up to us individually. What the planet looks like really is up to us collectively, whether it's being cared for or not. After 30 years spent watching television together, a husband told his wife, let's do something different. Let's do something exciting. And the wife is like, oh yeah, thinking salsa lessons maybe, or maybe a hot air balloon ride. I don't know what. And she goes, yes, what shall we do? And he said, let's change chairs. So we have a vision for our life, whether it's unconsciously or consciously held. And that is what we rise to. Now, you may not know that you're holding one, but you are. And if we're not doing it consciously, then we are filling in the details of that vision by maybe our upbringing, by what someone told us, or perhaps whatever other hidden beliefs are at work that we're holding on to. You know, we all live in a field of infinite possibilities, but it's really up to us to determine which of those possibilities we kind of activate with that vision. If your vision is limited, my friends, we limit the good in our lives. I'm not, again, not talking strictly about material goods, but in every area of your life. If it's an expanded vision, if it's the highest one that you can possibly think of, or dream of, then we open our lives to that goodness of life. So I think for most of us, we probably want to be a conscious co-creator of our lives with God rather than an unconscious one. And we do so, when we do so, we're creating not just our own life experience, but we're adding to the collective as well. We're raising that awareness. Again, none of us will rise higher than the vision that we hold for our lives. When we move into expanding our vision, we may find that those fears, those limiting beliefs come out and kind of block us. Maybe it's the inner critic saying that you're not good enough, or why are you dreaming about that? Whatever it is, it's up to us, though, to move through those fears. We have that power to move through those fears. Florence Chadwick was a swimmer in the 50s. In 1952, she swam the English Channel from 21 miles at the most narrow point. And then she attempted to swim from Catalina to California, which is 22 miles. And when she had swum the English Channel, the fog, the cold water, maybe even fear of sharks didn't bother her. She pressed on. But after 15 hours of swimming to the California coast, she gave up 1/2 mile away from the coast. She couldn't see the land. There was too much fog at the time. Her coach pleaded with her to keep going. So he knew how close she was. And she said later, if only I could have seen the land, I might have made it. It wasn't the cold water or the exhaustion that got the best of her. It was the lack of vision. Now, the good news is she tried it again, and she made it on the second attempt. Ritz tells us the dreams that we have for our greater possibility always live on the other side of our fears and doubts. You ever feel like that cat, just hanging on? Reminded me of the poster from the 70s, I guess. Hang in there, baby, right? Okay. So we have the opportunity to move beyond this wall of limitation, this wall of suppression. I don't believe that most of us leave our comfort zone very frequently. But this way of living really lacks any challenge. It may lack a sense of purpose, and it may lack a sense of greatness with it as well. How many of you remember the story of David and Goliath in the Hebrew Scriptures? So Goliath was this huge warrior that every person in the Israeli army was afraid of. David, young man, armed with only a slingshot, said, I'll face him. David literally means, in the Hebrew, the Lord's beloved. And in Unity, we like to look at things, which way? Metaphysically. That's right. We like to look at things metaphysically, in which the characters in a story are symbolic of a state of consciousness within each of us. So David, according to Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, is symbolic of our own perception of what we deserve as a spiritual being. Our own perception of not only who we are, but what we deserve as well. Our David is how we see ourselves, the acceptance of good in our life. So how do we slay this Goliath that we're facing, whether it's a mountain of fear or insecurity? How do we get rid of that Goliath? Fillmore tells us the first step in getting your mind free from this giant bugaboo is to get a clear perception of your right as a child of God. You are deserving of true abundance, unconditional love, of vibrant health, and joy. Accepting the support of the universe for yourself is not a selfish thing. As we receive, we give back. It helps the collective, if you will. It's love in action. So my invitation to you today is to let your David come out. That idea of being God's beloved, deserving of all good. Hang on to that thought whenever you are faced with doubt or fear. You are God's beloved. We have to face our Goliaths. They don't go away on their own. Darn. They don't do that, though. But the good news is, those fears and doubts that make up that overwhelming Goliath in our life, it's all within us. It's inside of us. They're within us so that we have the power to change them, to look at them squarely in the face and to let them go, knowing that they are nothing but a thought. It's just a thought. A greater idea always heals a lesser one. The greater idea of your infinite possibilities will heal your false ideas of a life of limitation, of fear, of doubt and insecurity. The greater idea of who you are as God's beloved will heal those thoughts that you are unworthy. Remember, it is God's pleasure to give you the kingdom. If God loves you, then you can love you. You can know you are lovable. You can accept all good in your life for yourself. And like I said, it helps everyone else as well. We consciously build our life, going about it with a plan. That is the very definition of a vision, holding a vision. Consciously building our life with an idea in mind of what we could be. Now, many may have just a vague idea of things could be better without really any clarity around it. So as we develop our own personal vision through following our heart, listening to that quiet voice within, there may be images and impressions of higher possibilities. A vision is an idea that transcends present circumstances. So the vision that you had 10 years ago, maybe it came true, hopefully it came true, but maybe it's time for a new one. It's time to transcend your present circumstances, your life. So our visioning never really ends. We just keep expanding it. Today in meditation, we're going to look at different areas in our life and ask a few questions. Like, what does abundance look like for me? What does my heart tell me it looks like? And we'll look at health, our mental and emotional and physical being, and what does prosperity look like in that realm of health? Does it look like balance? Does it look like wholeness? At finances, that flow of money and material good in our life. What does abundance feel like in that area? Does it feel like ease or generosity in our relationships and all of our interactions with others? Maybe it feels like unconditional love, harmony. And in the area of creative self-expression, how we express our unique gifts and talents, whether it's our job or just our love. Abundance in this area might look like creativity and joy. And lastly, through spiritual and personal growth, your relationship to God and to yourself. And this might include joy, it might include confidence, awareness. So as we move into a time of meditation, I really encourage you to listen or feel what your heart is saying in each of these areas, and I'll lead you through it. But mental images may come, and just pay attention. Allow that vision for your life to grow and to expand. So let's go ahead and move into that time of meditation now. I invite you to get comfortable. Begin paying attention to your breath, relaxing the body. Calming the thoughts. And if any fears are coming up, like maybe you don't know if you can do this or do it right or whatever, just let those go. And know that this is your vision. Your time to spend listening. And remember, we were made in that image and likeness of God. And as such, we are more than our mere physical body. We're more than the work that we do. We are the soul's extension into time and space. As we open to a higher vision for our life, remember that this potential is not something that we're making up, but it's that pure essence of possibility that's already been given to us. The vision of your whole and complete and truly abundant self already exists. Our task is to claim it, to accept it. In our visioning process, our feelings and intuition lead us to communicate with the soul. Now I ask you to silently just ask your higher self to show you who you are, who you really are. Show you all that you can be, all that you can accomplish, no matter your age. We are co-creators of our own life's experience. Spirit cannot do for us except what we allow to come through us. Again, letting any doubts or fears rest and reaching for that highest possibility. What is your heart telling you? Listen and find out all that you are meant to be. If you like, you can affirm, I am open to receive. Reveal to me true abundance. I am open to receive. And then bringing in the area of health. Imagine what true abundance feels like. Both physical and mental health, radiant health, that essence of life. And let your heart speak to you of abundant health. See it and feel it and sense it. And then affirm, this I am. This I am. And turning gently to the area of our finances, the flow of money and material goods in our lives. What does abundance in this area look and feel like? Let your heart speak to you of the abundance of flow, knowing that you deserve all good that life has to offer. ease, generosity. What does it feel like? And as you kind of sense the essence of this, silently affirm, this I am. Turning now to our relationships, to family, friends, co-workers, all the people in our lives. What does abundance look like in the quality of our relationships? Supportive or nurturing? Joyous? And as you grasp the essence of this abundance, affirm to yourself, this I am. And then lastly, turning to our relationships with ourself and to life, our personal growth, our spiritual growth, knowing that we are here to express who we are. What does abundance in your spiritual journey look like? What does it feel like? Let your mind wander. Let your heart speak of abundant self-love, spiritual growth, and faith. And then silently affirm to yourself, this I am. And know that the expanded feelings that this time may have brought to you is how it feels to be authentically you. This is the kingdom of heaven. Your task is to reveal those God qualities within you that you already have, that you already are. So let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings of the next great possibility, for the soul communication from our hearts, to knowing that this vision can continue to grow and evolve. Whatever the next steps look like, when you take them, know that you will receive information and clarity on the next steps. Know that there is infinite room to grow, and within your heart there are many answers. And so it is. And as we move into a time of another song, I invite you to either sing along or just allow this song.
So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. You are so blessed, you are so blessed, you are so grateful for all that you have. You are so blessed, you are so blessed, you are so grateful, you are so blessed. We are so blessed, we are so blessed, we are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed, we are so blessed, we are so grateful, we are so blessed. We are so blessed, we are so blessed, we are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed, we are so blessed, we are so grateful, we are so blessed, we are so grateful, we are so blessed.
Thank you, Brent and Patty. If you will join me in our offertory prayer together. We affirm infinite abundance and prosperity continuously flowing into and within this ministry through spirit and expressing through infinite channels. And we affirm the wisdom, understanding, and discernment in all matters as Spirit guides us along our path. And another song.
Now, if you feel like standing up for this one, you can. What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity, I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine. Love flows through me, flows through me. I feel joy all all the time. I can have it, I deserve it, I claim it, it is mine. I can have it, I deserve it, I am it, is mine. Peace fills my heart, I surrender everything. Health is my birthright. Passion helps me sing. I can have it, I deserve it, I claim it, it is mine. I can have it, I deserve it, I am it, it is time. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. Anything I want, anything I desire, anything that brings me to my highest good. I release it and let go. I accept what is mine. I can have it, what I want, and let spirit direct the flow. Life is good, life is fun, life is great, this song is done.
Oh, please be seated. Yes, yes. Love that song. So we do have a few announcements. First of all, a great big thank you to the Adopt a Highway crew that worked Saturday, January, Jeff, Diane, and Arnie. This is from the previous time. That was the only picture I had. Okay, so Saturday we continue with our walk and talk. If you want to walk and talk at Cushwell Basin. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be there, but other people have been meeting, so it's a lovely time to get to know each other. And then on this coming Thursday, 6 p.m., Men of Unity are gathering for kind of a planning meeting to see what that might look like moving forward. If you're interested in that and you identify as a male, then I invite you to come. Our Saturday, our Equinox dance workshop is happening, and there are flyers for that in the back if you're interested. These dances are so much fun. Candace Tritch has been choreographing. No, that's not right. Thank you. Little mental stop there. Yeah, she's been doing that for a bit. And it's $20 for the workshop. It's from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It's a wonderful day. Even if you don't think you can dance, she accommodates all body types, all levels of experience. So if you're interested, grab a flyer in the back. Also on Saturday is the Interfaith Progressive Dinner. What do you need? Okay, let me get to that because, yeah, thank you. Thank you. So the Interfaith Progressive Dinner is happening. If you're interested in attending, then you will need to register by Wednesday. The first stop is here at Unity, and we are providing some of the food along with the Baha'is of Western Maryland. So as Catherine just said, there are tomatoes available for our tomato cucumber salad. So if you signed up for that, to see her after the service. And if you signed up for other things, I will send out an email to let you know what to do when. How's that? Okay. Okay. And then the Zion Soup Kitchen. is coming around again, and we have a sign-up sheet for that as well. So we're doing something easy, soup and sandwiches. If you feel like you can contribute to that, that would be helpful. We'll need the food. Next Sunday would be good because I'm going away the following Sunday. So, or you can bring it directly to the soup kitchen on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month. Our Mind, Body, Spirit Fair, which is one of our biggest fundraisers, my friends, is coming up the first Saturday of October. We need volunteers for that. We had a sign-up sheet that went around, but things have shifted a little bit, so those sign-up sheets are still good. If you signed up, we've got your name, but we need things for baked goods that we're going to be selling, and you can see Debbie for that. Or someone to watch our book sale table, you know, and you can see me for that. Someone to help, more people to help clean up after the fair at 4 o'clock on Saturday the 7th as well would be helpful. And we generally have a yard sale as well. So if you have a closet that you need cleaning out and you have gently used household items, please feel free to bring it in, and you can leave the stuff in the foyer underneath the coat racks for now. Is that it? I'm looking at. Okay, yeah. So we'll need. If you want to register for the day or just part of the day, just let us know. Yeah, and then our women's retreat is coming up the end of October. We have, people are starting to register, so if you're interested in that, please register early to ensure that you get a bed, okay? And there are flyers for that as well. So at this time, I'd like to say goodbye to our beloved Facebook friends. And if I could get you to turn it off, Anne, to stop, just hit the stop, that would be great. In the meantime, know that we love you, we appreciate you, and all the support that you give to Unity. And if you'd like to support us financially, please go do so through PayPal or Venmo, or send a check. We'll take it anyway. Okay, so we have another